Hey, what's happening, y'all? Elton here, aka Retro Old School. It's a crummy day in Montreal, but whatever. Everything is in bloom, leaves and grass and bushes and trees. And even though it's a crappy day, it's kind of windy. But you know, it's not freezing and it's not winter. So yeah, it just blew my mind what I just spotted here. I'm gonna show you real quick because I got a separate video on this coming up soon. Call this just a little preview. Fuck, it's really windy. And I only got this because I was on the 29 bus and I went on a fucking detour. And it was a 2006 LFS non-scrap, so there you go, you know. So I figured, well, and it's funny because coming to this sector, I was thinking to myself, you know, I should do another one of these car spotting videos. You know, walking around and, you know, commenting on certain cool old cars that I find. And I got a reason to do that because, A, I like the leaves on that building. But A, there's this Grand Wagoneer. Very cool. This is going to be really hard to top on whatever I spot today, because again, I always say this isn't fucking California, you know, we're not in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Flagstaff, or Phoenix, or whatever. All these places have tons of old vehicles because they don't rust. It doesn't even matter if they're not great vehicles. Even that Grand Wagoneer, as cool as it is, it's not exactly you know, it's really average in terms of a quality vehicle, even below average actually, unfortunately. But I still love it. So in the plateau sector here, continuing, I just saw something else just a block away. And I said, well, there you go. This is it. I'm going to make a little walking video here, car spotting. And I got a feeling I'll see something else. So, you know, the Plateau Montreal sector here has always been a very trendy place to live for many years. A lot of artists live here. I'm going to let this guy go by because I don't like fucking people walking behind me. And I'm sure they don't like me walking behind them, especially a fucking tall goon like me. So amongst all these colorless cars, what did I spot a block away? I don't even know where the hell I am. Fuck, I know I'm a street below Rachel about. Now we're at Dorion and Gauthier. Hey, I knew a Gauthier. His name's Brian. Brian Gauthier was always a cool guy, that guy. Yeah, check that out, man. Yeah? Classic in its own right. Oh, from Alberta, no less. Oh, woo, from out west. It means she's all rotted out. Hey, speaking of Alberta, I'd like to give a what's up to my friend Scott there and the gang there out of Alberta there at Cold War Motors there. You know, it's funny because just like that Grand Wagoneer, this Mercedes is from the 80s, likely. Interesting that the Euro models, though, were almost the same, except that the Euro models had 2 headlights instead of 4. They were squared, actually. So, but it's funny, also what's interesting about these cars, as beautiful as they are, they're very common. They're extremely well preserved because A, they were convertibles, and B, they were Mercedes. So, they're not worth very much, most of them, frankly. You know? Yeah, good old 380 SL. And of course, when you had movies like Beverly Hills Cop, you know, had Eddie Murphy on the cover of the box there of the video, and he's like, you know, kind of kneeling up against a fucking convertible roadster like that. Well, that sealed the deal for future sales, you know. And worth mentioning also that I like is that fucking really rusted out Dodge Ram. Oh my god, that thing's gonna end up at a fucking boneyard, that's for sure. And only it's funny I'm even mentioning it. Actually, let me just get one little shot here of one more of this SL because they're such beautiful cars. You know, I had a friend for a brief time who had one of these. I went for a ride. I was like, wow, it had such a tremendous ride. It's no wonder they're so popular. They're so popular, those cars. It's not just how they look. They have such a firm and high quality ride. I mean, wow, it's really something else, you know. So let's see if there's anything else here that's good looking color on that good looking Explorer. I gotta tie my shoe again. I don't understand these shoe companies. Why do they make fucking shoelaces so long? Look how long those shoelaces are. Explain it to me. I don't understand. What is it? In case it tears in half, you can still tie your shoe? Yeah, Montreal, the city under never-ending construction. Well, I'm going to tie my shoe now. Oh, look at this. Look at that, a Jeep Cherokee, another Cherokee, but definitely not a Wagoneer. Of course, the design of this baby dates back to 1984. This one is not all rusted out, which means that A, it's not driven in the winter, or B, It's not here from. It's not from Quebec. I'm guessing it's the latter. It's probably not at all from Quebec. I could see from the rockers and the fenders. It's not all fucked up. It doesn't have the cancer. Very nice considering. Very nice condition considering this thing is about 20 years old. Maybe a little less. 2001, 2002. Last year's production. Damn fine looking view. I like that blue. A lot of people wouldn't like that because it's not black, it's not gray, it's not silver. Shove it up your ass, fuck. I love colors. That truck is a representation of a generation, man. You know, of long-term vehicles built when they don't need to be changed because, as the expression goes, as I said, like the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, by the way, and that Mercedes, those fucking cars were made for decades, either one. Same with that Cherokee. Doesn't exist anymore, though, you know? Seriously, I think the only fucking cars that are still made today that they've been making for decades without changing is like the Morgan, the Cobra, but they're classics, you know, and those are specialty cars. They're not built in high mass production or anything like that at all. Yeah, I gotta stop and tie my shoe now. Look at this vintage beauty. Vintage rusted beauty. Rust! Yeah. I don't know if you can see me tying my shoe. Little filler. Been 3 long years since you went away, Rosanna, yeah. Look at this, how the fuck did this thing survive? This thing's like 25 years old, you know? I remember I rode in one of these once and I don't know, it didn't impress me. It's too high off the ground, it's too short of the wheelbase. I was on a country road there and there was I don't know, my father's friend's son driving at the time. I don't know, I think it was 16, 17. It just, oh man, you just felt like the damn thing was gonna fucking tip over because it was so short. It's such a narrow wheelbase. Anywho, I'm gonna keep floating along there, see what I can find in this berg. Look at this guy, I don't need fucking handlebars. Come on, buddy. What are you, you're fucking cool there. Hold on to your handlebars, you putz. Oh, look at all this construction. Oh, mink. Look at this. This is Montreal. I'm at the fucking corner of Papineau and Rachel. Look at this. I can't even get to the other side because of all these fences everywhere. And look, the fence goes on down there, all the way over there. Look, I don't even think I can cross it. Look at that. What do I have to do? Go a fucking long block just to get to the other sidewalk? It's so stupid. Look at this. Vraiment, le maire Plante, là, not impressed at all, man. You're a fucking dingbat, as Archie Bunker would say. What I gotta do? I gotta fucking go all the way down 3 blocks to get that way now? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't believe it. J'ai jamais vu une telle affaire. C'est incroyable. The construction in this city this year is mind-boggling. It just gets worse and worse. Oh, fucking unreal. God damn, sorry for the swearing. It's just, it's fucking mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. This is like my street last year, but worse. You're not just closing one main street, you're closing 2 main streets practically. Incredible. People come to move here for this shit. For this fucking shit. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear everything I say. There's a lot of wind here coming from the north. Or dare I say, northwest. Look at this, there's a couple of campers here. Wow, not 1, but 2 of them. You guys might be in for a treat. I just saw one of these. A few blocks from here. Here's another one. There's so many of those Vanagons. I don't trip out on them at all. You know? Okay, whoa, look at this. 2 vintage. Okay, that's not vintage, just a few years. Whoa, what's that? I like school buses. I like buses. Alright, this is a quintessential Econoline. What's it called? Mini? Like Mini-Me? Like Mini Repperton? No, what's this? Oh, this one I filmed. Yeah. How could I forget? Conquest. A heavy name for a camper, you know. Oh, got some work done here, eh? Yeah, I filmed this one last year. I think circa 85 to 95, 96, something like that. Cool. Adding to the vlogging, documenting the oldies. That's what I do. C'est qu'est-ce que je fais là. It would be funny actually if both of these were owned by the same person. I think to myself, why would you own 2 of these, especially in the city? I mean, you know, if you live out in the sticks there, like my friend Antoine, well, you know, you got more like carte blanche, you know. Sens unique, which means one way. En vigueur means En vigueur means, well, you know, currently standing, you know. Yeah. Where the hell are we now? We are at Bordeaux and, oh, look at that roof. Wow, that's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Bordeaux and Marianne. La rue Marianne. Take a little peek here. Peek around, peekaroo. See what I said about cycling, eh? Meh. Yeah, me was actually meandering my way to the bank to just deposit an $8 check I got from some gentleman for an ad he bought. Happy to say though, it's rare that I get checks because check doesn't exactly clear right away, you know. Anyway, we're gonna move along and see what else there is around here. I'm making my way towards Montreal Street. Another good-looking Econoline. One of my subscribers, Mr. What's your name again? Jesus, Cal, you're in Brooklyn there. He says, hey, what's up, man? I appreciate you watching my videos. He says there's a lot of these where he is in New York, tons of these. Of course, the same could be said, I think, for Crown Vics, Marquis, town cars. All these big vehicles that carry a lot of people for a big city. Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is pretty rare, actually. That's a Toyota Avalon. That's actually that's kind of a rare model, this one here. I like it. It's, again, it's rare. They sold fucking, God, how many millions of Camrys and Corollas compared to these? It was not a major success. I'm sure they sold more of them in the States because it's the States. Yeah, it's a good looking car. Not amazing, you know, mind you. Anyway, I'm going to see what else there is there on this burg, on the street, sur la rue. My, where's there not construction in this part of town? Tabarnak, je suis content, je n'habite pas ici. Well, guys, I'm now on Papineau Boulevard. I went to drop off that $6 check there that I got from somebody for one of my vintage ads. And I figured, since I'm a couple of blocks of a couple of vehicles I saw, I figured why not show you this really cool mural over here. Which, of course, the Plateau Montreal borough of Montreal has plenty of murals. Like I said, a lot of artists live here. This is the place for artists to live. Boulevard Papineau. Oh, Crown Vic. Yeah, man. Green Crown Vic. Yes, sir. Since I'm over here and I got this great zoom on this camera, I might as well zoom in on down on this street, see if there's anything there past that really cool mural. Cool mural with a vintage dépanneur sign there. I want to just see. Let's go see what else here. There's no lack of sights. Well, I don't see anything interesting. Just gonna take a little zoom here on the Papineau before I exit the street. Very busy street. There's a Pontiac Montana with those defective wipers that stopped working. Anyway, moving right along now. Moving right along. Big Sterling. Yep. Still can't believe this fucking company went out of business. I don't know how that company got out of business. They sold fucking like millions of their trucks. They're popular especially for construction industry, you know, dump trucks and things like that. Old fucking trailer there. What's that hubcap on it? That's a really old trailer. Looks like 70s or something. I think what I should do is go down one of these alleyways though. See what there is. You know? Perhaps. Maybe. And in any trendy parts of the city, well, you got lots of bars and dip. I thought this was a bar for a second. It's a goddamn dippener. It's a dippener. Dippener, dippener, dippener. Dippener. Yeah. Take a look here, zoom in here. Oh, there's an old Chev. Let's take a look at it, see if it's clean or rusted out. Paint looks nice. Looks pretty good. Oh, it's clean. Maybe it's because it's not from Quebec. I just saw that plate. Looks like a Nova Scotia plate. And there's a fucking screw, big screw. Probably fell off a hybrid. Yeah, good shape. Oh my goodness, British Columbia. That's far. Cool rig with one of those stupid fucking lights there under the grill. I hate those things. I don't like when it comes to lighting that things are like really distracting. Okay, well, I'll bite my tongue on that actually, because when it comes to big rigs, well, it's like carte blanche. Anything's possible, you know? Yes, sir. I don't know if I zoomed in or not on this street yet, so I'm going to do a quick zoom. Meh. Yeah. Kind of funny to see that GMC pickup actually, because one of the things that you're going to see in a moment here is it's one of those pickups actually. So it occurred to me, I'm like, maybe I'll keep walking toward Laurier. That way I can go take a squirt at the gas station on the corner of Laurier and well, I think it's Christophe Colomb, yeah. The street that is called Christophe Colomb, which is French for Christopher Columbus. You know what I mean? Can you dig it? Were they here? Yes, yes, look at this. Check this out. Look at this old fucking Chevy S10 or GMC S15, which is the same thing. It's kind of stupid actually, because you had the Chevy Suburban, you had the GMC Suburban, which was the same thing. You know, if you take away that grill, it's a GMC. That's pretty fucking cool though. Man, that's pretty hot. I didn't expect this to be this cool. Usually when you see these, they're fucking rusted out. Look at that, even the top was chopped on it. Man, somebody put a lot of fucking time into this thing. A lot of time. And I thought I was having double vision. It looks like it's got not one bumper, but it looks like two bumpers were welded together. Man, that's clever. I'm really glad I came to take a look at this thing. It's fucking pretty far out. Pretty fucking far out, man. Not crazy about the flat black though, I have to say. That's, I'm telling you, for me the flat black thing is really fucking played out. I'm willing to bet you ain't no 2.8 liter V6 in this anymore. It's probably a 350 or a 305, 307, something like that. You know? Jeez, I don't even know if I would fit in that fuck. I mean, you would have to like, I don't know, bolt the fucking seat without brackets or be very short or something. I don't know. Oh, isn't that cool? So we'll see if I can finish with anything else before I wrap this up, on whatever street I am here. Okay, so I'm still trying to end up on a high note here in this video, in this segment. I didn't find anything really old school. I don't think I'm going to find anything else that's really old school. But, however, there is a Lincoln Continental over there. And these cars around these parts were never common, really. And I think this one is I think it's late 90s, early 2000s. I think it's late 90s. And you can see the similarity with this and a Lincoln Town Car. But I don't think these were as good as the Town Car, or maybe they were about the same anyway. Look at that, it's got dual exhausts on it. That means it's got more power. And you know what? That thing was rusted big time. I could see the rear wheel well was fucking rusted out, but it still exists. It's still around. It's pretty neat, you know. Nice shade of green. I mean, you know, it's rusted, but hey, it's a lot more interesting than most of the cars you see, you know. So get that Sprinter shitbox out of the way. I fucking hate those things. I hate them. Yeah, it's still pretty cool. It's not in terrible shape. I bet you there's not a lot of mileage on that car actually. Oh yeah, it has to be late 90s. Look at that shade of green. That's a very 1990s type of color actually. Yeah, pretty cool. Interesting about how the rear end here, this is totally like a Town Car, that whole stylized frame for the plate and the backup lamps and even the taillights. It looks like a Mercury Sable, which I don't even think they practically sold any here in Canada, those last Mercury Sables. So Anyway, that might be it. I don't know if I don't come back with something else there. Well, sayonara. Thanks for watching.